Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're scrolling through YouTube and stumbled across this video, consider yourself lucky, because today we're talking about one moment that literally made the entire internet stop breathing. Not an exaggeration, not clickbait. This is real. October 1st, 2025. The Jardin des Tuileries, Paris. Thousands of people had been standing outside since dawn. Cameras pointed at one single door. Banners everywhere. Balloons lining the boulevards. And inside that venue, the entire fashion world was holding its breath. Who were they waiting for? Park Jimin, BTS, Dior global ambassador. And what happened next is something no one in the fashion or music world will forget anytime soon. So get comfortable, grab your drink, because today we're breaking it all down, from Incheon Airport to the front row of Dior Paris, from the jaw-dropping outfit to the media impact value numbers that made every other brand absolutely green with envy. This isn't just your average K-pop gossip. This is fashion history. Before we dive into that epic Paris moment, we need to understand why Jimin's arrival wasn't just another celebrity sighting. Why did tens of thousands of people wake up before sunrise just to catch a glimpse of one person walking past a venue? Park Jimin is a member of BTS, the K-pop group that completely rewrote the rules of the global music industry. Not just in Asia, everywhere. Billboard charts, the Grammy stage, the United Nations General Assembly, they've been to it all. And among those 7 extraordinary members, Jimin carries a pull that's almost impossible to put into words, but hits you instantly the moment you see him. Since being named a global ambassador for Christian Dior in 2023, Jimin has consistently attended major brand events, solidifying his status as a fashion icon on the world stage. But there's one thing that made this October 2025 appearance carry so much more emotional weight than any other. This was Jimin's first official public appearance since completing his mandatory military service in South Korea in June 2025. Nearly 2 years of no public appearances, 2 years of army waiting, 2 years of the fashion world missing him. And when he finally came back, he chose Paris. He chose Dior. And he chose to show up in a way that nobody would forget. His appearance in Paris marked his first public outing since completing mandatory military service, and fans couldn't help but notice his dramatic transformation. With a sharper jawline and slimmer silhouette, the star drew praise for his meticulous self-discipline. This wasn't just an idol attending a fashion show. This was the comeback of a legend. Now let's rewind to where this story actually begins. September 30th, 2025. Morning. Terminal 2 of Incheon International Airport, South Korea. For most people, an airport is just a place where you catch a flight. But for Jimin, the airport was already a runway. His first catwalk before Paris even began. BTS star Jimin turned Incheon International Airport into his personal runway, showcasing a striking new look as he departed for Paris to attend the Dior SS26 collection show. And the outfit? Oh, don't even get me started. Jimin drew attention with his chic airport fashion, pairing a cream-colored striped shirt with black wide-leg pants. The loose-fit shirt, worn with several buttons undone, gave off a relaxed yet sophisticated vibe, while the wide-fit pants added a modern and trendy touch. The accessories? Thought through down to the last detail. Thin square-frame glasses, a silver chain necklace with a cross pendant, and a striking metal wristwatch completed the look. With both a black crossbody bag and backpack, Jimin showcased the very definition of airport fashion done right. But what stole everyone's attention the most was his hair. The BTS member showed off his naturally styled blonde locks, which matched his clear-rimmed Gentle Monster ABA02 specs. That blonde hair wasn't entirely new for those who'd been paying close attention. It had actually first been spotted at the Moon Party Seoul 2025 on September 4th, alongside fellow member RM. But seeing it at the airport, under all those lights, with that entire editorial look, fans completely lost their minds. The comments flooding social media ranged from "the prettiest man alive" to "I am at a loss of words." And of course, the hashtag "Have a safe flight Jimin" started trending worldwide within minutes. Even before his plane left the ground, Jimin was already dominating the trending charts. This isn't a regular human, guys. This is a phenomenon. The plane touches down in Paris. And the city that has seen everything, from Napoleon to Coco Chanel, from Picasso to Beyoncé, was now preparing to welcome its very special guest. Paris Fashion Week 2025 was already buzzing with energy. This year's Fashion Week, running from September 29th to October 7th, featured several creative director debuts for the Spring 2026 Women's RTW season, including Jonathan Anderson at Dior Women's. Think about the context here. This wasn't just any ordinary show. This was Jonathan Anderson's debut womenswear collection for Dior, one of the most anticipated moments in fashion that entire year. Every eye in the fashion world was on Paris. And right in the middle of all that spotlight, Jimin arrived as Dior's global ambassador. Throngs of fans started lining up at dawn to catch a glimpse of the K-pop star. Balloons, banners, and even billboard trucks lined the avenue. Picture that for a second. Before sunrise in Paris, cold air, thousands of people standing outside just to see one person walk by. Not a concert, not a fan meeting, a fashion show. And Jimin has the kind of power that makes thousands of people queue up from dawn just to get 1 second of seeing him in real life. Inside the venue, Jimin was seated in the front row alongside figures such as Vogue global editorial director Anna Wintour, American actress Monica Barbaro, and Bridgerton actor Jonathan Bailey. Anna Wintour. That name alone tells you everything about where Jimin stands in the fashion world. This wasn't a pop idol borrowing some prestige. This was an artist seated at the same table as the most powerful people in global fashion. Okay, now we get to the part everyone's been waiting for. The outfit. The look. The moment that made millions of people worldwide stop scrolling and immediately type Jimin's name into their search bar. Jimin appeared in a sleek all-black look that included an oversized Dior jacket and no shirt underneath. He paired the jacket with leather trousers and heavy jewelry. Wait, let that sink in for a moment. Black blazer, black leather trousers, platinum blonde hair, and absolutely nothing underneath that jacket. The choice to expose part of his chest made fans take note of his outfit design. Within minutes, photos and clips of his look flooded social media. But here's what makes this even more incredible. This was entirely Jimin's own idea, not the Dior stylist, not the creative team. During a special birthday livestream on fan platform Weverse, Jimin revealed that the shirtless look he wore to the Dior SS26 runway event was something he personally suggested. And his reason? Completely honest and pure. I was so nervous. It was my first public schedule in almost 2 years, and the first time I was showing myself to you all again. So I had to look cool, he shared. He continued, I said I wouldn't wear anything underneath this time. When I went to the headquarters for a fitting the day before, I asked, is it okay if I wear it like this? And I got the approval. Guys, think about that. Jimin, who admitted he was incredibly nervous because this was his first appearance in almost 2 years, chose to show up in the most daring, most confident way possible. He didn't play it safe. He decided to make a statement. And the jewelry completed everything. At the Dior SS26 runway, Jimin stunned in an all-black ensemble of a tailored blazer and leather trousers, paired with dazzling Dior jewelry featuring white gold and diamonds. He paired his look with daisy and dialette necklaces and the signature gem Dior and Bois de Rose rings, adding an extra touch of sophistication. And above it all, that iconic blonde hair. He radiated with confidence, rocking a peroxide blonde look that made even the fashion gods pause. A far cry from the buzz cut he wore just a few months ago while wrapping up his military service. Jimin was back in full, jaw-dropping glory. He kept up the princely vibe by waving to fans from the balcony of the Musée Nissim de Commando, which was modeled after the Petit Trianon at Versailles. A prince, literally waving from a balcony like royalty to his people below. If this isn't cinema, I don't know what is. Now let's talk numbers. Because if words aren't convincing enough, these figures absolutely will be. The impact of Jimin's attendance was immediately evident across digital platforms. As per Star News, 4.8 million mentions related to his appearance were recorded on the social media platform X within a 12-hour period. 4.8 million. In 12 hours. Not 12 days. 12 hours. Hashtags such as hashtag Jimin'S Dior surpassed 1 million mentions globally, showcasing his influence in fashion and entertainment. By the end of the night, Jimin was the most mentioned artist on X, which, if you've been paying attention, is honestly no surprise. The man has the power to trend just by existing, and the big media outlets couldn't ignore it either. Coverage poured in from outlets including WWD and The Guardian. WWD, Women's Wear Daily, is the Bible of the fashion industry. When they're writing about you, you're not just a pop artist riding someone else's clout. You are part of the fashion world itself. Fans from every corner of the globe responded in the way that only ARMY can. They flooded timelines with posts, videos, and edits, marveling at how Jimin's presence dominated every global conversation during Paris Fashion Week. One fan wrote proudly, "This is insane." Jimin's appearance at the Dior fashion show generated 4.8 million mentions in under 12 hours, gathering recognition from WWD and The Guardian. Everyone bowed to the real it boy. Main event indeed. And one comment that hit particularly hard. The world can end, and yet Jimin will still be trending. Not an exaggeration. A proven fact. But the peak of all this goes beyond trending topics. There are harder, more concrete numbers that prove Jimin's presence in Paris wasn't just a pop culture moment. It was serious business. On Saturday, October 18th, leading fashion analytics firm Launchmetrics reported that BTS Jimin garnered over $33.8 million in MIV, media impact value, for Dior through his appearance at the SS26 Paris Fashion Week as the brand's ambassador. $33.8 million. $33.8 million. From one single appearance. Jimin's MIV represented 18% of Dior's total MIV, surpassing even the 10th-ranked brand during Paris Fashion Week. In the fashion world, MIV measures the projected monetary value of all media mentions, posts, and coverage generated by someone's presence. And Jimin, with one single appearance, generated the equivalent of nearly $34 million in advertising value for Dior. With this achievement, Jimin stands as the K-pop idol with the highest MIV across the 4 major fashion weeks of a year: Paris, Milan, London, and New York. And who else ranked alongside him? Other celebrities in the ranking included Blackpink's Jisoo with $30.5 million MIV, Jennifer Lawrence with $7.5 million MIV, Mikey Madison with $4.8 million MIV, and Greta Lee with $3.7 million MV. Jimin outranked Jennifer Lawrence. Jimin outranked Hollywood actresses. With one appearance, one show. A fan summarized it perfectly. With one post and one attendance, Jimin tops SOV and MIV with the highest percentage across all SS26 fashion weeks. He doesn't need to do much. Everyone else will do the talking for him, showering him with compliments and boosting his impact. Global it boy. And another fan added words that stayed with me. Poets should write poems. Authors should write novels. What an idol. No clout chasing, number 200 Instagram posts, no attention seeking. One appearance. And Jimin showed the world exactly how it's done. The world will never get another Jimin. Cherish him. There's one more aspect of Jimin's Paris appearance that we simply cannot skip over. His physical transformation. With a sharper jawline and slimmer silhouette, the star drew praise for his meticulous self-discipline. Mandatory military service in South Korea is not a vacation. It's 18 months of intense physical training, strict discipline, and a lifestyle completely removed from the glitter of the K-pop world. But Jimin didn't just come out healthy. He came out more stunning than ever. A far cry from the buzz cut he wore just a few months earlier while wrapping up his military service. Jimin returned in full, jaw-dropping glory. His platinum blonde hair, several centimeters longer now, paired with an aura of confidence that seemed to have grown alongside every experience he's lived through. If the Jimin before military service was known for being soft and charming, the version who arrived in Paris radiated something different, more mature, bolder, more powerful. And he was fully aware of that transformation. During his birthday livestream, Jimin also reflected on personal growth, sharing that life presents daily challenges and that becoming a responsible adult isn't always easy. But he reassured his fans that they had no reason to worry about him, and encouraged them to focus on staying healthy and happy themselves. This isn't an idol who only knows how to look good. This is a human being who is genuinely growing, learning, and returning stronger every single time. And there's one more layer to Jimin that deserves attention, because he is so much more than fashion and music. Behind all the Paris glamour and Dior brilliance, there's a person who deeply cares about things that matter far beyond the spotlight. Jimin has also made headlines for his family's charitable work. Recently, the singer, his father, and his younger brother all joined the Green Umbrella Children's Foundation's Green Noble Club, an organization for donors who contribute more than 100 million won, becoming the first family in Korea to achieve the milestone together. The first family in Korea to have all members join a high-level philanthropic organization together. The values that the Park family lives by aren't centered on wealth or fame. They're rooted in love for other people. And as a modern dance major and BTS's main dancer, Jimin is renowned for his seamless balance of fluidity and power, where every movement exudes controlled beauty. Jimin is the complete package, a world-class dancer, a singer who reaches straight into your soul, a fashion icon who stuns every room he enters, and a human being with a genuinely enormous heart. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Because what Jimin did at Paris Fashion Week 2025 isn't just about Jimin alone. It's about what K-pop can actually do on the global fashion stage. For years, there's been a debate in the industry. Are K-pop idols at fashion show front rows just image borrowers? Or do they genuinely deliver real value to the brands they represent? Jimin's case at Dior answers that question decisively and loudly. $33.8 million in MAV. For 0.8 million mentions in 12 hours. Coverage placed alongside names like Anna Wintour and Jonathan Anderson. Media recognition from WWD to The Guardian. These aren't numbers you can wave away. These are concrete proof that K-pop artists, when chosen thoughtfully and when they're truly committed to the partnership, can become extraordinary assets for luxury fashion houses. Beyond Jimin, Dior's K-pop ambassadors include Blackpink's Jisoo, 17's Mingyu, TXT, NewJeans' Haran, EXO's Sehun, Astro's Cha Eun-woo, and 2PM's Juno. But the MIV Jimin generated towered above them all, and above Jennifer Lawrence, and above nearly everyone else at every major fashion week this year. This is a new era. An era where the line between K-pop and haute couture grows blurrier by the season, and that's not a problem. It's proof that Korean culture has truly, genuinely gone global. So there you have it, guys. The complete story of the moment that set the world on fire. Jimin BTS arrived in Paris. Dior was waiting, and the internet erupted. From Incheon Airport, which he transformed into a personal fashion editorial runway, to the Jardin des Tuileries where thousands queued up from before sunrise just to catch a glimpse of him. From the black blazer with nothing underneath, a decision he made himself because he wanted to look cool for his fans, to the $33.8 million in media value generated by a single appearance. None of this is luck. None of this is manufactured hype. This is the result of years of relentless hard work, total dedication, and the kind of genuine authenticity that Jimin brings everywhere he goes, on stage and off it. And the most beautiful part of all, after nearly 2 years away from the public eye, after living through the rigorous reality of military service, he came back. Not slowly, not cautiously, not carefully. He came back the most Jimin way possible, all in, fearless, and more breathtaking than ever. Prince Jimin, the crown is undeniably, irrefutably yours. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment below and let me know which moment from this entire Jimin Paris Fashion Week saga hit you the hardest. Was it the airport look that felt like a fashion editorial? Or was it the shirtless blazer that nearly stopped hearts worldwide? Tell me everything down in the comments. Until the next video, stay healthy, stay happy, and always love what you love unapologetically. Annyeong. Purple Heart.